Hi, and welcome to this week's movie news. Coming up in the programme, Leonardo DiCaprio lines up his next project, Patty Jenkins' Star Wars movie Rogue Squadron has been delayed, and Disney Plus is to release 13 Marvel movies in IMAX. First up, Leonardo DiCaprio is set to play cult leader Jim Jones in a new biopic about the controversial figure's life. Led by distributor MGM, with a script penned by BAFTA-nominated writer Scott Rosenberg, the film will cover the life of the man who orchestrated a massive mass murder suicide in 1978. DiCaprio will also produce the movie through his Appian Way company alongside Jennifer Davison. Next up, Patty Jenkins' upcoming Star Wars movie Rogue Squadron has delayed production due to the director's work schedule. Originally slated for a December 2023 release, with filming starting next year, the project has now been taken off the production schedule, but the 2023 release date still remains in place. Whether that shifts or another movie in the franchise takes its place is unknown. Jenkins, who has also been working on Wonder Woman 3 and a Cleopatra film, revealed earlier this year that she'd already been working on the script for 6 months prior to even announcing it, and they are pretty deep into working on it. Speaking of delays, the next instalments in the Transformers and Star Trek franchises have both been pushed back. Transformers Rise of the Beast has moved back from June the 24th, 2022 to June the 9th, 2023. Directed by Stephen Caple Jr. and starring Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback, the film is said to be nearing the end of principal photography, with locations including Brooklyn, New York and Peru. The as yet untitled next Star Trek movie has moved from June the 9th, 2023 to December the 22nd, 2023. Little is known about this film yet, and whether the original cast from the 2009 to 2016 movies will be back. Next up, Disney, Marvel and IMAX are to release 13 Marvel movies in IMAX Enhanced, starting from November the 12th on Disney Plus. According to reports, 13 films from the Marvel catalogue will be available in a 190:1 aspect ratio and will be available in DTS audio. This will also include the latest entry, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Actress Regina Hall will star and produce a sequel to the beloved action comedy Midnight Run, which starred Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin. De Niro will also serve as a producer on the sequel, but there is no word on if he will be reprising his role. Plot details for the sequel are being kept under wraps at the moment, but it has been confirmed that Hall will star and produce alongside Jesse Collins, with the script being penned by Brooklyn Nine-Nine writer Ayesha Carr. Tom Hardy is to star alongside Channing Tatum in an upcoming war movie based on true stories from the Afghanistan evacuation earlier this year. There is no word on who will direct the feature, but both Tatum and Hardy will also produce alongside Jules Daly, as well as Reed Carolyn and Peter Kiernan of Free Association. The project will be helmed by Universal Pictures, but there is no timetable on when production will begin. During a quarterly financial results investors call, Disney's Chief Financial Officer, Christine M. McCarthy, revealed as part of a questions and answers session that the new live-action remake of the animated Disney classic Pinocchio will be arriving on Disney Plus in the fiscal fourth quarter of 2022, which would see the release between July and September next year. The live-action Pinocchio has been in the works since 2015, though it has gone through several directors, scripts and rewrites since it was first announced. Tom Hanks has been attached to the project since early in the process, but officially rejoined the project last year. It will be interesting to see how it compares with Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Finally, Ben Stiller and Cate Blanchett are teaming up to star in a movie adaptation of the 1960s espionage television series The Champions. In addition to acting, Stiller is directing the upcoming film adaptation, whilst Blanchett is producing through her company Dirty Films, and Stiller is producing through his label Red Hour Productions. Additional producers include ITV Studios America and New Republic Pictures. The Champions movie will be paying homage to the TV show from Dennis Spooner and follows 3 United Nations agents whose plane crashes into the Himalayas. Upon being rescued by an advanced civilization secretly living in Tibet, they are granted enhanced intellectual and physical abilities. When the agents return to the outside world, they use their new superhuman abilities to become champions of law, order and justice. Moving on to the charts, let's take a look at last weekend's box office top 10 charts in the US for the 5th to the 7th of November. Marvel's Eternals has rocketed to number 1 with a $71 million total gross, knocking Dune down to number 2. No Time to Die stays at number 3 with a $143 million total gross. Venom jumps back up a place to number 4. Looking further down the chart, The French Dispatch moves up 4 places this week to number 6, after previously being at number 10. And Halloween Kills plummets down from number 2 to number 7 this week with an $89 million total gross. And then the top 10 in the UK. Unsurprisingly, Marvel's Eternals is also at number 1 in the UK, knocking No Time to Die, Dune and Venom all down by 1 place. The French Dispatch has also had a noticeable resurgence in the UK, going from number 10 to number 5 this week. Looking down to the bottom of the chart, The Last Duel is also fighting back, coming up 9 places from number 18 to number 9. I think maybe people are taking their last chance to watch it on the big screen, as it's going to be hitting Disney Plus in a couple of weeks. And let's also take a quick look at the marketplace share of physical media for week ending October the 30th. DVD is at 54.8%, Blu-ray is at 32.4% and UHD is at 12.9%. That wraps up this week's movie news. Join me next week for another look at the latest stories. If you enjoy this type of content, why not consider subscribing and hitting the like button? It's really appreciated. Thanks for watching guys, enjoy your movies, bye!